that fake sense of longing kinda trying to cause a scene? Guess I'm talking to you now on the marble stairs leading to almost wherever you want them to.
This is actually empty. It was hot chocolate, and then I drank it all. So, wow, this is very intimate. I knew starting this YouTube channel, it would all lead somewhere. Did I think it would lead to my bed? I don't know. I'm not that kind of girl. I'm just saying. Welcome to where it all happens. And by it all happens is where my boobs hang low to the floor without a bra. And dang gone it, I forgot to put one on before filming. And I don't feel like getting up now. And I constantly wake up in crippling pain because my neck and back are always killing me. That's what happens in this bed. Whew. Nothing's really made up. Like, the bed's not really made up. I have, like, the book that I'm trying to reread here because I need to start the sequel to this. I have my stuffed animals here and posters that keep falling down. But we have this Art Deco type lamp, which you can get at Home Goods today. Well, I don't think you can actually get it at Home Goods because, I mean, it aren't like stuff from Home Goods and like Marshalls and stuff like that. Like, you can only find it by chance. Well, anyway, I found it by chance. Hopefully you could kind of copy my look and find something similar if you like it. I love it. This is where I call it my bungalow because I have this thing above it. It's just a curtain, but whatever. Then I have my gallery wall with Naked Harry Styles and then Rex Orange County, but we're not really sure about what's going on with Rex Orange County right now, so we're not sure if we should take the poster down or not. So, like, it's iffy. But this is also the place where I listen to my favorite albums of the fall exactly at midnight too. I was right here. Yeah, I should have filmed it when it happened, but hey, what's a recreation of that experience and pretend we're gonna listen to it like it's the first time? Yeah. Oh my gosh, Penny! Yeah, and this is where my cats come to berate me that I didn't feed them first thing in the morning and try to wake me up to do so. So, love it. So, being in bed on October 21st, it was an emotional time for me because October 21st is like, I don't want to say it's like the worst day for me, but it's like a day that changed the trajectory of my life to this point. And that being that someone very close to me passed away. But it was weird because that day I like found like the best album at that time, and that was Lana Del Rey's Lust for Life. And so being like the 5-year mark of that era, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel like this October 21st, but these artists were like, hey, cheer up. So I did. I put on these handy Bose headphones, noise canceling, and even though I could still hear noises, so is it doing a really great job? Not really, but no, it's actually perfect, to be honest, because sometimes it blocks out like the most subtle noises, and I'm so happy. Yeah, so I put on my Spotify. Doopa doopa doo da dee da. Oh, it's out. It's 12 a.m. I was gonna say p.m. No, 12 p.m. is lunchtime, Lyra. Stop. Anyway, oh my gosh, it's 12 a.m. But at this time, I did not have the vinyls because the vinyls didn't come out until like either a few days later or like up to a week later. So we're gonna pretend that the vinyls were here. Yeah. And the first album that I listened to at midnight, ironically, is not Midnight's. I know what you're thinking, but it's not. It was not Midnight's. It was the Arctic Monkeys, The Car. Yeah. Because, to be honest, like, love Taylor Swift, but Taylor, Alex Turner, I don't know what to tell you. Wait for it. It's midnight. Yeah, that's the sound of midnight dropping. Don't get emotional, and it might you. Gets emotional. Gosh, I wish I had a disco ball. What the heck? You wanna walk me to the car? And there's happy tight. Look me in the eye. Me. I really want a disco ball. Like, what? I ain't quite where I think I am. We both islands now. Yeah. Wow, this is actually perfect that the fact they use like mirror ball and then immediately in a disco club makes sense. This makes sense. I'm low-key getting bored of this song. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh my gosh, that one, that haven't heard the rest of the album. That one, the best. Oh god. What the heck is a moat? Gosh, it's like making me sleepy. It's so chill. I love it. One thing that's on my run. Taco Bell. Hey, late night munchies. Oh, okay. A moat is like a swamp thing. Okay, that makes more sense because now this whole song feels swampy, muddy. I get it. I see where he's going for. I will say, this is like carrying me in a whole story. Oh. Okay, this one I heard. In subterfuge, what you thinking? the strings in this remind me of like Yellow Submarine strings. On your legs and on your arms and on your face. If you're thinking of me, I'm probably thinking of you. To my exes, no, I am not. Your legs and on your arms and on your face. What you're thinking? Ah. Let's do the wave. That looked like a flop. Oh, all right. A review on just the first half. Sculptures of Anything Goes. First, I thought it was like a really weird title. I was just like, Sculptures of Anything Goes. But the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, oh, I see. Because he's like he'll list a few different scenarios or things that are happening. And then he'll be like blank canvas, like in the chords, like blank canvases of like all these kinds of things that are just happening. So it's just kind of like of anything that goes on. And I'm like, oh, I see. Yeah, with Sculptures of Anything Goes, that I'll say is my favorite song of this side. Really, it's my favorite of the whole album, but I didn't listen to it yet. What are you talking about? Whatever do you mean? But yeah, this song really feels like a kind of like sequel, if you think about it, to Star Treatment. Maybe it's just because I also love the song way too much, as much as Star Treatment, that I'm like, yes. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, like, do I want to know? And I'm like, no, Star Treatment. I'm that bitch. Like, no, I have class. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, but it makes me think about how in the lyrics of Star Treatment, they talk about like Blade Runner, and this kind of feels like you're like being brought into that kind of Blade Runner-esque environment with just the sounds, the vibes, and plus it's nice because it's like it feels like you can kind of hear glimpses of like every single moment of their career, like in a song with the instrumentation or just what have you. And yeah, heard I ain't quite where I think I am, like right before this came out, and to this day I still don't really know how to feel about it, just because I don't know, for me it just runs kind of long. Like it took me a while to kind of get into it because I love the disco parts, but then it goes to this weird orchestra middle and I feel kind of taken out of it, and it does sound very Bowie-esque, which I'll give it that. But I still, to this day, I don't know how to feel. I think now I like it more, but it feels a bit long for me. Like, towards the halfway mark, I'm like, I'm done. Like, I clocked out. I don't know, like, what it is about that song. But I will say, I find it interesting as a story, how it starts from, there better be a mirror ball, and it's kind of sad. And then it's kind of like he's, like, in the car, and he's sad. And he goes to this club because then there's like, you know, this kind of disco music which kind of plays to that mirror ball. Like, there better be a mirror ball. And then like, oh, he's in a club. Of course, a disco club. Of course there's a mirror ball now. But then it feels like he's like going on like, I don't know, like a shroom trip or something in the club. But low-key, part of me feels like he like is going, I don't know why. I see him like going like into the car or whatever, back to the car after the club or something like that, and it's like sunny now because, you know, it's daytime, I guess, and he's driving along or something, or maybe it could be night, I don't know, I'm just making this up as I go. It's my story. Because he took so many drugs or drinks or whatever, he like goes into like this crash or something like that, which leads to like Sculptures of Anything Goes, because it's just kind of like his car because like I think because the end of I Ain't Quite Where I Think I Am is like, it kind of ends like it is like a car crash with the strings going like and then like I don't know, and then you just see like a light flash in front of you and you're just that's it, that's the end of the song. So then but then it goes to like Sculptures of Anything Goes, and it's like so dark and like, and it feels like the car's like flipping over in slow motion in the dark, and then you're having like these kind of visions of things in your life. I don't know, is this a weird interpretation, or maybe I feel this like Tranquility Base Hotel Casino, this feels very cinematic and this is what I pictured. So maybe I could just interpret music well to visuals. I don't know. And I think I'm explaining way too much about this. I don't know. Just Keys on the Moat. I love the middle solo part. It just gives me, you know, a cool vibe. And plus, like, it reminds me of midnight, like, late at night, like, oh, yeah. Like, bow, bow. Something about that aesthetic. I don't know how else to put it. Just reminds me of, like, being in, like, the wee hours of the morning. Like, you're, like, still going through it, like you're kind of groggy, like you should go to sleep, but like you're not. But I like to think of Just Keys on the Moat as like you're kind of waking up and you're seeing everything, like life around you being like sunny and happy, and but it's also because the moat is supposedly swampy and muddy, so you're just kind of just like, what in the world? So you're still groggy. So he's waking up from that Sculptures of Anything Goes vision stuff, light speeds and things. I don't know. The only weird part to me is I think Body Paint, like, okay, don't get me wrong, love the song Body Paint. It took me a couple listens. Do I like it or not? I don't know. But then I saw it on Jimmy Fallon, and then I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I love the live version, so let me try this again. And then I saw the music video, and that made me really enjoy it, because now all I picture is the visuals with it, and I love the visuals so much. Gosh, I wish I directed that. Ugh, I cry. My thing is that I don't know how it leads in terms of story with the song. Maybe I just don't get it yet, but I don't understand how all of that leads to the song Body Paint. Maybe I just haven't deciphered it yet. And you could tell me if you've deciphered it or not, because I really don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get to the second half of the album. Grandfather's guitar for the amigos. With a little chuckle. What a funky guitar. Something about that one reminds me of my youth. I don't know why. I'm sorry, this song goes on for so long. Hello, you. the slide.
Put your living letter to the test. Oh, you and kiss me now before it gets too cute.
Don't mind if I do.
Smudging dubbing on your dancing shoes.
Wake up. Is it over? Didn't help. I already felt kind of tired, but then listening to the second half really made me tired. Like, I legitimately felt like I was starting to fall asleep. I don't know how much commentary I actually have for this. The first side is probably my favorite. Not because it's like more fast paced or whatever. Maybe it tells more of a story to me. There's something about this side, I can't pinpoint it. Something about it, like especially the car and like big ideas and like Mr. Schwartz, like either like the instrumentations, like the notes in whatever order they're in, reminds me something about like my youth, and I don't know what it is. I mean, granted, I did listen to more of the older stuff when I was like 5, so I mean that makes kind of zero sense, but also some sense. I will say though, on the second side, Hello You has to be my least favorite song on the whole album. I don't know, it just feels like so repetitive, and it's so campy to me, and I hate it. I have like no other response to that. It feels corny to me. Maybe that's it. It just bothers me. I will say though, I do enjoy the ending, not because it's over. The instrumentation and like how it leads up to the end. I love that. Perfect Sense is probably also my least favorite because it's just kind of like, it feels so flat to me. Like, it is a good closer of the album, it just feels flat to me compared to like all the other closing songs on their albums. This just like didn't feel it. I think of Ultra Cheese, I think of I Want to Be Yours, the other one from Humbug, forgot. Oh, The Pretty Visitors. Oh, I'm blanking. Oh, 505. That's Where You're Wrong. I don't know. Something about the ending of like every single Arctic Monkeys album, it just made you like, oh my gosh, like where are they gonna go next with whatever? And it was like a good, with like their next album or something. And it was like a good sense of like, okay, this was our experience together kind of thing. And now we're wrapping it up. I don't know. I didn't get that with this song. I didn't really feel anything. Like, I felt more with Mr. Schwartz than anything. I don't know. It's strange. But I will say, I think the subtle storyline of the second half is interesting to me. Okay, the car, I will say, reminds me of just all the happy experiences and road trips and stuff I had with my family in the car. And I think that was the intent of Alex Turner writing it. I've heard something about him like writing about how the car evokes some sort of emotion or something like that. So I mean, no wonder it sounds very nostalgic. So that could be it. And you're just going in the car and blah, blah, blah. And plus, I love the guitar. Like this and Mr. Schwartz, the guitar, amazing. The bass, amazing. Guitar, the electric guitar, oh. And it does, again, remind me of, like, another aspect of Alex Turner's writing, like when he did songs from this film Submarine, and he used a lot of just, like, acoustic guitar. So it was like, wow, I'm brought back to this. And plus, it didn't feel like there was as many strings as, like, the other songs, so I'm, like, okay with this. It's just kind of like, let's hear everything without the strings right now. I don't know how else to put that. But the side also gives an aspect to, like, the kind of stardom, fame thing, like, you know, Star Treatment was intended to do, but with, like, one song. So, like, big ideas, like, the character or whatever in this song is making an orchestrated piece and something like that, and just making an idea. I don't know. So it gives the aspect of that, and then Mr. Schwartz is like, you're on a film set, and like all these things are happening. Yeah. Hello, you. I to this day, I mean, maybe I just haven't listened to the lyrics properly because I kind of zone out during that song. Like, it gives me nothing. It literally gives me nothing. It could have been avoided. Maybe I just really hate this song. Who'd have thought I would have hated Arctic Monkey song? I don't know. It's just there for me. So, yeah, that's the car. Have I played this in my car? Yes. Have I played the car song in my car? Not really, to be honest. I've mainly listened to Sculptures of Anything Goes at night because that is the coolest vibe you could ever experience. Play, like, drive on a street. I don't care if it's, like, your local street or, like, the highway or something. Play the song at night. A whole new world. I'm telling you. Yeah. Kind of like Star Treatment. If they don't play this at the concert, I'll sue. Not really, but it's crazy. It's so crazy. This is like their album. I don't know what I would rate this. All right, let's do kind of like the song 4 stars out of 5 method. How many stars out of 5 do I give this? I still say to this day, Tranquility Base Hotel Casino is their wow. Can I French? Pièce de Resistance, something like that. I can't think right now. My meds are getting to me right now. I think it's their magnum opus. So I really found it hard for anything to surpass that. This, I love it a lot. Doesn't quite surpass Tranquility Base. There's something about Tranquility Base. It has a whole theme. You can see everything with the music. You're in space. How can you argue with space? I always wanted to be an astronaut before I went into art. What a drastic difference. So this album really reminds me of like outer space, and considering I can't go there until some billionaire wants me to actually join them, then, you know, this allows me to experience it here. So it's fine. So I will probably give this maybe like 3.5 out of 5. I get French cinema, I get English with the little hints and nodes of like Spain, like Spaniard Spain. I don't really know like what overall thing it gives me. Maybe I love Tranquility Base because it was a concept album. I'm just a simp for stories, and even like with AM, I still got like some sort of like bigger picture story out of it. It does give me nostalgia, so I will give it that, but I do love this. I'm not denying it.
in the dark depths of my mind, I really want to be a music reviewer, but, like, has that happened yet? I'm trying. Stick around for part 2. Woohoo! But in order to do that, I guess you have to subscribe. I guess you have to put on the notification bells. I'm sorry, I can be lazy about that too, so it's fine. But also, you should do it, because, like, I like to tell stories, and I never actually self-promote myself on here, so this is kind of strange. This is the first time I'm doing this. Yeah. So yeah, get ready for part 2. Woohoo!